Jack felt an overwhelming sense of unease. Every few minutes, an ambulance would pull up to the hospital, and each time, after the patient was wheeled inside, a medical worker carrying a small case would step out shortly after. From the way they interacted with the ambulance drivers, it seemed like some kind of transaction was taking place. Although this made Jack increasingly uncomfortable, his concern for his daughter's health outweighed his suspicions. He followed the nurse into the examination room, where a kind-looking surgeon soon arrived. The doctor carefully examined the girl's arm before instructing the nurse to schedule a head CT scan. He explained that since she had fallen from a considerable height, there was a high risk of a head injury. After thinking it over, Jack agreed to the doctor's recommendation. Once they had discussed the next steps for treatment, the doctor handed the girl a stuffed toy before leading them toward the CT room. However, when they reached the elevator, the doctor suddenly informed Jack that the lower floors were restricted hospital areas, and only one family member was allowed to accompany the patient. Knowing that his wife was more meticulous when it came to medical matters, Jack decided to let her go while he stayed behind in the waiting area. He had no idea that something terrifying was about to unfold. Hours passed in a blur. Jack, who had dozed off in his chair, suddenly jolted awake. Dazed, he glanced at the clock and realized it was already evening. The realization that his wife and daughter still hadn't returned sent a wave of panic through him. Without wasting another second, he rushed to the front desk to ask about them. But there was a problem. The nurse at the desk informed him that the day shift had already ended, and she had no record of any previous patients. Jack, growing more anxious, asked to speak with the doctor who had seen them earlier. But to his shock, the doctor had already changed shifts as well. Desperate, he asked the nurse to check the system for any record of his daughter's admission. Her expression suddenly changed. There was no record of his daughter in the system at all.